Welcome clowns. Let me show you a 1v1 game that I played recently. It was Arena versus Modri, which I was playing off stream, so this is the reason why I'm going to recast it for YouTube right now. So have fun and enjoy. The matchup was Turks versus Burmese. Really interesting matchup on Arena, one of my favorite ones. The reason is that both civilizations have a couple of good options how you want to play them. Let's start with Burmese. Burmese are a civilization that is really dangerous to play against because they have really good aggressive options. You can go monks, you can go even fast imp with them. You can go for armbuys, which are great complement also for the monks, but also as a unit on their own, at least if we are talking about Arena. And the main strength of Burmese is when they are playing aggressive. You can even justify playing 1TC with them most of the time, or like way more than you can justify it with other civilizations. The reason for that is that Burmese don't really have greatest options if the game goes to like late game, because you only have basically Hussar, you have Halbs, you have Onagers, maybe Champs, and this is basically what you can do. So you don't really have the strongest options in late imp, but you have really good options in Castle Age if you want to be aggressive, and this is the reason why Burmese should be played this way, in my opinion. You even have a couple of options how you want to open with them, how you want to open the game. You can start with monks, obviously very common with Burmese because they have really good monasteries. You can also go for Arambai opening, bit more rare right now because remember they were nerfed recently, but I would still say you cannot underestimate this opening ever. And last but not least, you can even justify going for Spearman Scout because you have really good Spearman, you have nice eco for it, and that's an option as well. With Turks, you obviously have two main options. One of them is going for Light Cavs. You have free Light Cav upgrade, so going for that makes a lot of sense to me, but obviously you can also go for Janissaries in Castle Age already. In Imp, you mostly want to transition into CAs, which is also the case in this matchup, because Burmese really don't have too many options against Turk CAs. So if I believe if the game gets into a situation where I can just do Hussar CAs, I should be in a way better position than my opponent, but the trick is to get into this position, because as we said, we are playing versus very dangerous safe and aggressive one. As you can see, the maps are not really great for either of the players. I have their very forward stone, which is also close to the secondary stone, so opponent controlling this area, which sadly is very likely given the nature of his civilization, and also this is the spot where he will likely push from. So opponent controlling my stone spots can be very dangerous for me, and this is why my map is really bad. I don't even have the best main gold, but it's not the worst either way, and I have very good secondary gold in the back, which is nice. For Modri, he doesn't have the best map either. He has way better stone spots than me, mainly because they are split. So even if I would be pushing from one area, he should be able to get to the stone from the other area, which is really important. On the other hand, he has really bad main gold, and that can be ugly for him in the long term. He also has one defensive gold, same as me. So I would say his map is quite better than mine, but both of the maps are quite bad. So as you can see, I was going for 26+2, we can slow down a bit, and I decided I don't want to be going for Janissaries, because Janissary, if you are playing them versus Arambais, it might not end well for you. You are going for a unit which costs food, while opponent is going for a unit which costs food instead, which means that he should have like better boom, or he should be able to outmass you. And Janissaries don't even perform too well against Arambais, so this was my reason why I preferred to play with Light Cavs there. Also, Light Cavs should be the better play if opponent is going for monks. But Janissary opponent could be quite legit as well. Opponent, as you can see, let's call him Modri. Modri is going for stone, so he's going for the Arambais there. I don't think that I was able to spot this one, but since I saw that he's going 27+2, it felt more likely to me that he's going for Arambais. So this is also the reason why I'm not going to add too many light caps, because I'm pretty sure that the light caps won't do too much for me in this game. Still, my plan in this point is to get the free TCs rolling, get to the heavy CAs, and potentially win the game this way. Because I know that I really won't have too much initiative in like the next, or like till minute 30, but then simply I believe that I should have the better composition. So I want to get into it. Obviously Modri will try to avoid that, he knows that his composition is worse. So this is why Modri wants to play very aggressive in this game. We didn't talk about the relic position yet too much. Definitely better for Modri, as you can see, 2 relics basically guaranteed for him, close to his gates, 1 basically in the middle, still better for Modri, 1 maybe a bit better for me, but yeah, not great either, and 1 on the top, bit better for me, but yeah, basically I have no guaranteed relic, Modri has at least 2, so relic positions kind of ugly for me, and it's quite important in this game because I'm going for light gas, and now I have the map control, right? I'm having 3 light gas. I'm not going to add more, but now I have the map control. I'm doing monastery right away, and I want to grab as many relics as possible, obviously. But I know that I won't have the map control for long, because if Modri gets 3 for Aram buys, then he already has the better composition, and he will get the map control from it. So my point is to get as many relics as possible as soon as possible. And that's kind of tough given the relic position. So relic position definitely favoring Modri there as well. So I was going for the second TC basically right away. I wasn't going for too many light caps, right? So I have the food, and I can afford the TCs very soon. I'm even adding the third TC already. Modri is now, he's not going all in, he's also adding second TC there. I'm not sure that this is the best option, actually. I would likely prefer him going for 1 TC with this push. But yeah, Modri has his own mind, and he's deciding to play even with heavy blow, something we didn't see, but Modri made heavy blow, and he's playing there with 2 TCs. So my boom is supposed to be better. We will see about the relics. I've got 1. I think I'm... No. This is the second one. So I brought 2 relics from the top. Those were the 2 basically closest to me, but yeah, there I'm killing 1 Arambai, there I think I'm even getting 1 Monk, should get there like 1-2 conversions, so that's pretty sweet for me, but it's unlikely that I should get this relic. Yeah, still getting there some nice conversions, that definitely doesn't hurt, and this is the relic for Modri. So in the end Modri will have 3 relics and map control, but I will have the better boom, because I'm playing with 3 TCs and Modri is playing with 2. And you can see that the difference is already 6 villages right now. Still, Modri is going for the forward siege workshop, he's going for Arambais. I have to say that at this point, basically for the next 10 minutes, I was expecting Modri to play with 1 TC, given how aggressive he was playing. And I would even say that maybe 1 TC would be still the better play for him, but yeah, already said that one. So I'm going there for the Monk defense, something you don't see too often with Turks, but I cannot really deal with Arambas. Other than that, I know that Modri will make there, like 1-2 Mangonel, so going for CAs now wouldn't really work, going for crossbows wouldn't really work for me either. So this is why I have to play this way. I have to defend with monks in case Modri is going really aggressive with the Arambais. So this is the reason for the second monastery, even adding there some monk upgrades just to be safe in that regard. I'm heavy on stone because at this point I know that I will lose it, and Modri knows it as well. Modri is pushing there with the castle. Either way, I'm still, at least because I was really fast with the TC on the stone, I got the stone for the castle, which is the crucial part here. And now I know that, if you see opponent going for a forward castle, you have to play defensive castle. There's like little chances for counterattack at this point. Then you basically, it's a game about who will get faster to aim, and trap war will be really crucial there. So this is the reason why both of us were idling basically, and now I will click imp as well. I think I had to wait for, this was the reason, I had to wait for this castle, so this is the reason why Modri is, 13-14 percent ahead in regard of the imp time. Either way, he's now taking my stone, so Modri is still playing full Arambais, and what will be my decision right now? Obviously I want to be playing CAs, right? Like, what are my options there with Turks? I can be going for cavalry, that wouldn't make any sense because Modri has their Arambais, so I would be fighting under castle. Going for Hussar, not really, that shouldn't work against those units. Also, I wouldn't really have the eco to get the mass. Going for camels, not really. Also, Modri has their double monastery, so some monks for him as well. You can see he's already doing redemption for the monks. And therefore, we cannot go for cavalry. Obviously, we cannot go for janissaries because first we will likely lose that castle. We also need the castle for traps. So we could be either going for CAs, but the reason why I'm not going for CAs is that I expect Modri to go quite heavy on monks there. I was expecting like one more monastery at least and producing from both of them. So I was expecting him more to go for monks instead of the Arambais. And against monks, simply Turk crossbows are the better unit. So this was my reason why I was going for the crossbows in this game. And let's see how it works there for me. Issue here that I'm still not on stone, Modri is. Also, Modri has one castle which he can use for, what is it called? For this update, for conscription, that's it. And also Modri has there basically now two castles which he can use for the traps. So there is no way for me that I win the trap war, but still my goal is to kill this castle right now. So basically I want to get two traps right away. And with the traps I should be able to potentially kill his castle. It doesn't have there too many villages repairing, and if we kill that castle, that's giving me a bit more control in my base. I should be a bit safer there, and I can work from that. If I'm not killing this castle, the game is likely over because Modri can just put, you know, his traps here and kill most of my eco. If he's having his traps here, that's still quite a difference, and I should have way more eco saved against those. Doing there even one bombard cannon. Obviously not expecting the bombard cannon to be super valuable there, but mainly because Modri has monks, so I know that he's likely having monks with redemption, potentially block painting, and therefore he should be able to convert those. So bombard cannon is not really the unit that I would really want to be going for, but in the start I think it can give me some value as well. As you can see, block printing, we saw redemption, so those monks can convert me, and that's quite ugly for me. I still have there some of my own monks, and that was quite weird by Modri, honestly. I didn't really like that one. I think he should... yeah, that was kind of weird move there. I think he should really rely on the traps, and I maybe would even assume that he would go for onagers in this one. Although I do have monks, I think I might have redemption. If not, I would likely make it. So this was like really Modri's reason why he didn't want to go for onagers, but I still think it could make some sense for him. Either way, this is the important part for me. Am I able to kill this castle or not? That's the most important thing. Even if I don't want to lose those two traps, that's first important part, but it's really important that I kill that castle. Also, Modri is now out of stone, as you can see, so that's also costing him a bit or something. He's now buying stone just to keep that castle alive. But yeah, I have there two traps. I'm saving the castle, or like I'm killing the castle, and Modri is not able to save it. If we are taking a look at the population, very even right now. I have a bit more army, and I have a bit more eco because still I was on 3 TCs while Modri was on 2, although now I lost that 1 TC, so basically now we are 2 TC, 2 TC, but I would say my eco is a bit cleaner. Modri has 17 on food right now, and I do have 23, so yeah, so regarding some transition afterwards, I have better position in that regard. So I would say eco advantage for me, 2 relic, even though we are 2 versus 3 relics right now, and still the issue is that Modri has all this position, which I'm basically not able to push. I don't really want to play their bombard cannons, as we said, because of Modri's monks, and if I'm having their only 2 traps, Modri has their 3, he should be able to repair against 2 traps, and he will likely kill my traps if I'm staying there for too long. So this is the reason why I'm backing this one up, and I have to find different angle what to do in this game. And I would say at this point it was a real interesting game because we were going for two very different approaches and very unmeta-ish play, but now the game is getting really crazy with this decision, because I know that I cannot kill this castle basically with those three traps here, and this is the reason why I'm going forward. I'm also adding some Hussar here because why not? I obviously had to Hussar upgrade for free, and yeah, they are simply good versus monks. They are a good buff for me, so making Hussar simply makes a lot of sense, also because I don't have really other way how to spend food right now. I have quite a sick population, 160 right now. Obviously my army isn't the sickest. I have there mainly Turk crossbows, which are still good. They have all the upgrades apart from our ballast. But those units are not bad at all. They are way better than Persian trash bows, for example, or such. So this is a strong unit for me. But obviously if Modri would have their tons of Hussar or something like that, then we would be in tough position against it. And as we went for the forward castle and we wanted to push Modri, because I simply didn't have any way how to push those castles, so I had to find this angle. Obviously Modri is going forward. He doesn't want to move his army back, because also he cannot take good fights against this army on the open field. So this is the reason why Modri is going forward. So I'm going for Modri's base and trying to kill there. Modri is going for my base and he's going to kill there quite a lot, I have to say. So keep in mind I'm 180 population right now, and most of my army are crossbows, but most of my army is here because yeah, basically like 50 units of my 70 are right now forward, and those Rambas still aren't the worst units ever. And even though that crossbows should kind of perform well against this army, or like archers in general, simply there's enough of Arambais to really push me in my base. So I'm killing their castle of Modri, now getting into his base, and I can push him there with this army. And well, in my base there are 3 traps, there are some monks, and mainly they are like for the Arambais, killing absolutely everything in my base there. So I'm dropping heavily in population, or it will start very soon. But same goes for Modri. So Modri is trying to make their house wall because he wants to keep in his base as well. That's his goal right now. And he has there almost no defense in the back, right? There's only TC, and Modri has literally no army in his base with how he wants to stop my army. But that's the case for me as well. So a lot of my units are going to die there, and all Modri's eco should die in his base. Obviously population will dropping heavily for both players. I dropped like 30 villages already, and it will be even worse. And I'm losing there a lot of space as well. Lost the TCs. I have there only many villages, and right now I'm queuing crossbows in the ranges because I need to get a ball at least of like 25 crossbows, which I can potentially start taking down Modri's units with. If I'm ungracing every single crossbow, then I will just lose them in no time. But at the same time, we didn't take a look at Modri's base for a while, and Modri lost the relics, which is important. Also, he was pushed out of the gold here, which is also really good. Even losing there some Rambais, which is good for me as well. And Modri is going there for 1 castle. I'm sorry. So Modri is going there for a defensive castle, just to save some villages in the back of his base, giving up all the farming, giving up all the front resources, and yeah, for me, I'm finally getting there some crossbow mass. I'm also using the villages. Right now, I was intentionally sending the villages against the Arambais, so they would attract the fire, and I can clear his army afterward with crossbows. So I was on 120 villages some minutes ago. Now I'm at 45, and it will likely drop a bit more as well. But Modri is now at 100 villagers. But the thing is that Modri has mainly, like most of these villages, as you can see, are on boot or idle. And that's an issue because Modri doesn't have the food eco, and what he wants to do against my army, right? He would need either lots of Arambais, but he's out of gold, or like he's basically taking gold here, but that's it. Or he would need lots of Hussar, well, which is tricky if you have 5 villages on food. Or he would need skirmishes potentially. But first of all, it still takes some time till he would get the transition, and yeah, skirmishers would also require quite some farming code. So that's the issue for Modri. Like he has more than double the village, or like double the villagers compared to me. He's still in tough spot because he doesn't have the eco for the transition that he would need right now. If he would be on 35 farms right now and he would be getting Hussar upgrade, I would say the game is over. But that's not the case here. There I think I made quite a mistake then we are killing those traps with villagers. So I really wasn't able to catch everything in the game when I was playing it, but not also now as I'm casting it. But this is really important for me. Killing those traps, that's super valuable. And I'm able to kill those Rambas as well, and we will get rid of this here. Also, I think Modri made a mistake. He should focus on my monastery. You know, 2 relics right now giving you gold is really important. Anyway, about my mistake, I think I should be pushing forward. I should ignore this area right now, although that's kind of where Modri has lots of villagers. I know that I can kill those castles now. Also, there's where Modri has the resources. But I would still say it's better. It would be better for me to keep there the crossbows forward and just go with the traps forward and try to kill Modri in his base. Because I would say this area for me is already safe, right? I have there some crossbows which I'm able to mass. I'm having gold here, so Modri doesn't really have the options to kill me here, like deep here. All this is dead, but I should be able to kill everything here. So going forward would make the most sense here. We are same population when Modri is double the villagers, and I'm having 60 army versus his 12. So such an insane game. Anyway, I'm able to. Sorry, I don't want to keep speeding up. That's just a bad habit. Now I will be able to kill those villagers, which is also really important for me. And obviously Modri, what he wants to do, and like the only thing he can do right now, as we said, he could be going for tons of skirmishers, but first of all, Burmese skirmishers aren't great, and secondly, I have the Hussar, so I wouldn't really like the skirmisher play for him either. And this is the reason why he wants to play Hussar, which I think makes a lot of sense. But as we said, the thing is his farm eco. He would need to be 40 farms, 35, 40 farms at least, and yeah, then just have all the upgrades and then keep spamming the Hussar right away. As you can see, he's just now getting the second armor. Also, as Modri had there those relics, I made some moves with those monks. So right now I got 2 more relics from Modri, which is definitely good given how low my population is. And I lost all the TCs in my base, so I made 1 on the top. And because why not? We don't want to play with 45 villagers, want to get at least 55. Now I'm back to pushing here, and simply Modri is just waiting for the Hussar mass. He wants to clean this army, but the thing is that I have there now 90 army, which is mainly crossbows. But as we said, Turk crossbows, they do have all the upgrades. They do have tampering, they do have, as we said, armor, attack, and they are just lacking the arbalest upgrade. But Turk crossbows are sick units as well. And I would say in this position, I could be justifying to switch into CAs, but I think it still makes a bit more sense to keep playing their crossbows. Because, you know, I don't have a castle, there's no way that I will get one, at least soon. Therefore, I cannot afford Sipahi. Getting the upgrades like party and tactics and such will be very tricky for me. So I think simply staying on crossbows makes the most sense here. And I'm just moving forward there with my army, getting there some more healing. And yeah, I'm just at this point I'm basically just doing crossbows, doing the last armor for them. And Modri, he played real well this game, but now he has 72 villagers still. 72 villagers, he's not able to get the Hussar mass to stop my army, and he will just take a fight soon, which he has no chance of winning there. So I think we can just speed up now and just wait for Modri to ungarrison his army. As you can see, I have there 120 army, and Modri is now with 25. Even the Arambais aren't really doing too much there, so yeah, couple of light gifts for him. Obviously, army is supposed to stop me, but not with those numbers. So now Modri is trying to take a fight, but there's just so many crossbows. Yeah, I think I have there at this point. I have there like how many, like 100 crossbows on the field, or like on the screen even. 120 army, almost no Hussar. So 3 crossbows was the way there, and yeah, this game with very unique choices, completely different than like the meta play and in the base trade. Yeah, I absolutely loved that game, and I had so much fun playing it. So I really hope that the Masters of Arena 6, which is not starting tomorrow but starting very soon, will just deliver games like this, and I would be just happy about it. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you very soon with a new video. See you.